All right, welcome back to Gen X Collect. Let's see what we can get into today. This is going to be a set that I've actually been kind of excited to do. It is by a company called DKV Peru. Yeah, didn't even know. So they've come out with a couple different sets, and they have sets for other type of series. I've got a couple that I'm looking into for these guys. I became interested in these cards because quite frankly, they were very, very pretty. I mean, they're good looking cards. As you can see kind of behind me here, those are some of the cards that you can get in the set. This first set I'm doing is going to be the Batman Comic Arts Volume 1. This set, let me show you this guy. This set here is actually going to have 97 glossy base cards available in silver and gold foil parallels. It has 7 hollow foil Batman / Fortnite cards, which I don't know what that is. I know what Fortnite is, but it's not something I play since I played Fortnite at the very beginning, but no longer. It's got 7 art cards by Jim Lee. It's got 3 secret lenticular 3D cards and a checklist with this set. The boxes here, they're supposed to contain 24 packs with 5 cards. So 24 packs, 5 cards per pack. I was really surprised, honestly, at the size of these boxes. I mean, these were very small compared to what you normally see in a box. But nonetheless, it should be very interesting. The packaging and the card text is going to be a mixture of English and Spanish. There was a collector's album also that was sold separately, but that's not something we need. This should be a very interesting set. I'm very excited to do some like Batman type stuff, as I haven't done a lot of DC stuff as of late. However, I do have lots of DC stuff in the wait. So those would be some of the next things coming up. But I've also got a bunch of stuff in the wait coming up. I did want to get into some DC stuff. I'm more of a Marvel fan personally. I know some of you are probably going to argue against that, but I do love me some Batman. So I figured we'd start off with this Batman one, and then we got some other sets we'll go through. But let me go ahead and stop jabbering and get into some of this amazing artwork. And from what I've seen of it, it's going to be some good looking stuff. Just for reference as well, I did get 2 boxes of this, so I probably will be doing another video. I tend to try to stick to 1 box per video, otherwise I will fall into a loophole of not wanting to stop. And then on top of that as well, like I said, I have some other boxes that I want to do, so I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Otherwise, I've been making videos non-stop at this point. And I like to kind of sit down and enjoy. I have, with the exception of those pictures that I just showed you that were behind me and the box art itself, I have made myself not watch any videos or read up on it too much, just because I do like to be surprised in these. And being that it was Batman, I figured it was a very good one to start with. So let's go ahead and shrink my mug and get into it. All right, dandy little pen knife here. And box 1. Now these I did order before all this tariff stuff came down. I know they're a little harder to get. I think on average when you order them, they're $25 just for the shipping. But these weren't bad priced, and if I cannot complete the set with these 2 boxes, I'll definitely get some more. I mean, like I said, they appear to be some good looking cards, but that would be left to see, right? All right, once that plastic is off, you can see this is actually a nice looking box. Got the DKV hologram seal on it. Okay, got a lot of writing on there. See here, we got checklist, 97 bat cards. 8 special cards, 7 hand-drawn cards, and 3 secret cards. So those are going to be the hits. Those are going to be the ones we're looking for. They are some decent. One of the other reasons I did go with this set is I'm not a fan of collecting the... Hold on one second. All right, sorry about that. I will cut that out. Had a fan cut on, and I don't want it to blow the microphone out. But as I was saying, I don't, even with the Marvel stuff, I try not to collect the Marvel Universe stuff or the DC Universe stuff. I prefer the animated and the cartoon and the comic book stuff, just because I'm not never really was. I got a couple of the old things, but I was never a big fan of the live action stuff for collecting. Now, not watching. I do enjoy watching and things like that, but collection wise, I want the good art, and I don't think photographs of live actors is the same thing. All right, as always, I like to keep one box. So we will keep this guy as pristine as we can. Take a look at these packs. They are a little thinner than your average card. Maybe I'll look up and see what the actual gauge are. The packages kind of look the same. They are definitely thinner than your average pack. Nice artwork. Go. Batman comic arts. 5 cards per pack. Alright, as always, and look at me, I was smart enough this time to remember to actually bring a pair of scissors over here. Like we like to do with the first pack, we're going to go ahead and cut off so that we can keep. Oh yeah, that's already a good looking card. Put that there. Put that there. Look at that. Low amount of cards, but good amount of packs. Go ahead and get this guy out of the way. Look at that. Look at that. That is just... Now, I do believe these are not licensed. These are from, Peru. I've got a couple of series I'm going to do that are from non-licensed thing, but that's like Batman over the years, and you got an Owlman in there. Looking at back is, so the camera can focus. It does look like it is in, I believe, Spanish. Some of it is. Aliases, CEO of Princess Swing, Gotham City. Still though, good looking card. Look at that, all the different variations. Dude, I like that. Yeah, look at that. Look at that Joker card. What is that from Hush? Oh yeah, oh, duplicates, right? Back to back. They got these text. See that? He's written in silver. Beautiful. I like that a lot. That is a nice looking Joker. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that is from Hush. Kind of going off memory here, and it's been a while. Look at that. We got our first dupe already within the same pack. It's all right though, because as you know, I like to have at least, oh, look at that. Double dupes in there. This is gold though. I think that is considered special. If that was a pack mess up. 13, 14, yeah, this one's got it's text, or it's text, and it's outlined in gold. I'm betting that's a special, maybe. Let's see. We'll see what the average is. Maybe there's 1 gold per pack. I need to, I'll probably do before I do the next pack, or like usual, I'll get antsy and want to do the next box right after this one, but eventually I'll look it up and see what the difference is. But it could be that you get 1 gold per pack, maybe? Because it says 97 glossy base cards available in silver and gold foil parallels. So I'm guessing that's the gold to the silver difference. see. All right, what is this? Oh, maybe that's the parallel. It's silver. Yeah, it's all silver. So yeah, maybe that's the parallel. It's numbered 187. DC collection. Maybe that's a special. Look at that. Nightwing. I mean, the Batman stuff just has such great artwork in it. Outside of Spider-Man, he does have one of the best sets of enemies. It's gorgeous. See, that's what I like about this hobby. That is just amazing looking. I'm curious, I should look up. Oh, look, there's a gold, so maybe a single gold per pack. We'll have to see if we can find some dupes between golds and silvers. Bane. 68. Another silver. All right. Very nice. These cards are definitely a little bit smaller than your average card. They should have no problem fitting in the standard sleeve, though. Guess we'll see. Well, I guess I could try. Let's see. Since we think that one. Yeah, not bad. A little space on the sides, but she's protected. This is what I like. I love opening new stuff, new things to see, new art to enjoy. Oh, look at that! There we go. That's special. That's a lenticular. That is old school hologram too. Yeah, let's see if I can get. I don't know how much is going to come up on the video, but that is amazing looking. That is a beautiful Nightwing. I mean, the blue, I don't know how much of it's transferring over this video. They got it processing at a lower than it's actually recording, but that is gorgeous depth to that card. Section 82 SEC. What is SEC? 3 secret lenticular 3D cards. So maybe this is one of the 3. Oh, that is gorgeous. Okay. Oop, 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 oop. Ah. Yeah, that's like the old school kitty well, not kitty, but the holograms I grew up with. Kind of go motion ones. Not so motion, but it's definitely, that is. I don't know how much this video is pushing it, but that card has so much depth. I mean, that is definitely a 3D card. I'd like to see more of those in regular cards. I think some of these new sets are starting to push them. So we'll have to check that out. Look at that. What is that? Is that Azrael? Oh, yeah. That's right. Look at that. Another double. Silver. Starting to think it's 1 gold per pack. Look at that. I'm going to have to take a look and see if these cards are original art or if they're taken from comics. I mean, this one showing doesn't look like they're referencing any particular comic, but look at that. Bravo, DKV. That is just nice to look at there. And then, of course, good old James Gordon. These are nice feeling cards too. I mean, they're thin. They're not super thin. They kind of feel the same as like a standard card, but they don't feel flimsy. I've had a couple cards here and there, or sets that I've done, and they just feel like they almost want to fall apart. It's like this is going to be a little easier if I do the old middle prick and pull down, right? Make it easier on everybody. All right. Batgirl with the gold writing. Nice looking card too. I'm loving all these cards. And, you know, as a bonus treat for me, since I really haven't done, well, this one had 2 golds. Since I really haven't done any Batman stuff or even DC stuff in general. Look at that. Crazy looking ears on them. It's nice to see something different. It's the same Nightwing we had, I think. Maybe. Silver. Oh, another gold. Look at that. As soon as I talk, and there's a 3rd. Oh, wow. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Wow. Kind of hunching forward a little bit because I don't want the light bouncing around on it. Another Azrael. Gold. Look at that. That is amazing. Wow. Well, so far, anybody curious if they should collect these? I haven't been let down yet. They nice set. Like I said, with they're mostly being Marvel stuff out there. Some of this stuff, you know, is a little bit older. It kind of is a little bit easier to collect. This one came out. When was this one? 2022, May 2022. Very, very cool. All right, we got some packs to get through. All right. That. I mean, I'm hoping it's coming through on the video, but the glossiness and just the ink on this cards are just amazing looking. Comics cover, so that's got to be a different part of the set. So far we got a lenticular and a foil. There's another gold for Iceman. Another double. These packs are doubling. Didn't it say 5 cards? So check some of these. I think maybe I'm getting extra cards in some of them. Nice looking Joker too. Yeah, but the ink on these things, I can't express how smooth they look. Well, if they keep doubling up, I don't know if it was an accident in the printing or what, but it's going to make it a lot easier to get my front and backs. Not playing so nice. Whoop, is that another special one? It seems like they flip them around when they're special. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see what we got. Oh, seems like they put the... Oh, it's the same one I already got too. The other silver foil. Oh, got my back one on there. Not numbered or anything. I don't know if any of these are numbered. Another one of those. Got that one already. And we got that one already. Look at that. These were all... That was... They had 5 cards even when they dupe up on me. That's a shame. Well, that's why I bought 2 boxes, right? And that's why there's so many of these packs. Yep. said 97 base cards, both in gold and available in gold and silver parallels. I guess every one of these base ones you can get a type of that. And then I guess the gold one's going to be a little bit more rare. There we go. There's a new one. Look at that Robin. That woman. Doobie Doop card. I was hoping maybe some of them were like one gold, one silver, but that one would be nice. Wow. That is real gold. To see if these have both gold and silver. That's what it means by the silver. And then there's 7 art cards by Jim Lee. 7 hollow foil Batman. So I guess there's 7 of those. I'm gonna bet that the gold and silver are the exact thing we're looking at, the words in the frame. And that there's one of each of those. So that makes it even more of a chase to get them. Look at that Joker. Gold. Batman. 3 Jokers. See, these are the kind of cards that I like to sit back and look at in the binder. Batman that we didn't have. Gold Robin. That's a new one. Different kinds of Batman silver. That's gold and silver. I don't see any like identifying marks or numbers or anywhere that it says, hey, I'm a different card. I am digging the art so far. Excuse me. Step away from the mic on that one. Sick last week. Got that new flu that's going around. Nope. See what we got. Let's hope we're not another one of those. Some magic. 189. Hold on. 187. All right. Should be a new one. There we go. Look at that. It is Joker. Very reminiscent of the Chrome series that everybody is cracking open right now. I wonder if they sell sleeves for these, but it's needed. Nice black and white. Oh, that's number 1. Oh no, that's 7. Oof. Still very nice. Batwoman. Another bat. Oh, look at that. The card to answer my question. Oh, we got that first. Killer Croc. Nice gold. All right, so like the question I was asking is if they were the parallels. So it looks like it is indeed, because we got a silver and we got a gold in the same pack of the exact same card. These all have 2 of them, silver and gold. So that answers the 97 times 2 for the gold and silver. That's got to be the hollow foil. And then that's the lenticular. Looks like there's only 3 of those. It's going to be hard pressed to get all 3. Let's see. I wonder what the 3 cards are. You know, one of them's Nightwing, right? All right. Here's our first pack friend there. Oh no, that's a different one, but it's a gold. There's a new one. Nightwing. A dupe of it. And then we got another gold / silver. No Robin. Do they have the same names? They do. Think about how I want to put those into the binder. Put them side by side, or do we start a second set? Maybe I put them in a binder and I just do 1 row per number, so I can put them side by side, kind of like you do with the Garbage Pail Kids. That might be what I end up doing. Be a little easier that way to kind of discover what you're missing and be able to see the same one side by side. I'm still tripping out over this lenticular. That thing is gorgeous. Oh, there's a new one. James Gordon. Talon. And a Mr. Freeze, silver and gold. Okay, so that actually takes the sting out a little bit from getting the doubles in there. Oh, look at that one. That is gorgeous. That looks like something somebody would have hanging on the wall. Suicide Squad is a cover card. Like these are later in them. Have to separate those later. But yeah, that definitely takes the sting out a little bit when you get the 1 silver, 1 gold of them. Tell me what anybody got any thoughts on this? Does it seem like a set you would want to collect? Because I'm definitely not disappointed in it. Oop. Okay. Thought that was going to be another special there for a second. All right, look at that. That is Batman with red hood. Oh yeah, because look at that. That is amazing. See Red Hood, and he's got the reflection of him with Robin. Those of you who follow the series, the original Robin is Red Hood. Let me just look at that. I really do need to look up to see if these are original art, because if they are, somebody did an amazing job creating some cards. Talon. Oh, there's a new one. What's that? It's Batman the Merciless comic cover. Those are going to be kind of cool. We know the comic covers aren't original art. Look at that. Vampire series maybe, or something? What was that? The Dark Knights metal comic cover. These don't have. So the comic covers only got the one line. They don't go all the way around like the others. Yeah, those are definitely their own thing. So, see if they stand out. Let silver get in there. This is the Batman I remember growing up. Yep. Yeah, that one's got, it's missing the top. It's got them on the sides. It's a comic cover gold. Maybe that's the difference between gold and silver. Let's gold. Let's see here. Let's get a little bit of organization going on. You can feel free to fast forward through this if you want. But collecting is an adventure. 3 sides on all of those. Nope, got silver mixed in there. Looking at the, in case you're wondering what I'm looking at the top. See how they have a top with a little Batman symbol? And some of these other series do not have that. I say series, I'm talking about the other parts of the base set. Here is gold normals. We got a silver and a gold comic cover. Very interesting. And my cat's is digging around where he may not supposed to be. These packs are not, I guess they are cellophane. They're not as giving as some of these others. All right. Is that the Batman Who Laughs, maybe? Gold? Oh, it's got the bat thing on the top and it's a comic cover. Interesting. I guess they're just kind of random a little bit. The Nightwing. Silver. Oh, the Nightwing gold. Oh, that's a new one. One silver, one gold. That is the comic cover, and they're missing the top. That has. Did we take a look at what this was? The metal series. Hoping for another one of those lenticulars. I'd like to get all 3 out of the 2 boxes, to be honest. Oh, 187. Oh, it's a number we already have, isn't it? 187. Yep. That seems to be the popular one, right? Okay. Silver Nightwing. Silver Batman. That one again. Oh, that's a new one, right? Bane. I don't think we pick out that Bane yet. All of them silver. Starting to kind of figure out where to put each. Feels like a lot of packs with these. Still, I have a box of these. Well, comic cover / Fortnite. Let's see what that is. Ooh, look at that. What is that? That is the 7 hollow foil. Maybe this isn't special. DC collection. I think gotta be special, right? That one's definitely that bad boy. Fortnite. Oh, I see. Got some of the other Fortnite characters in there. So there are 7 of these. They must have partnered up with Fortnite. So there's 7 of these, and this is standard numbering, so they're not numbered separately. There's a new Batman. A new Red Hood, silver. Look at that, Catwoman, silver. All right. For news, oh, it's a new Batman. Oh, I think it's a new Batman. Just not remembering getting it. Still very cool. So I guess they consider the gold and the silver parallel, or the foils, kind of like parallel cards. The only thing they changed was the writing on it in the frame. And these, I have to look at. That one's definitely special. That one's definitely. There's 2 on the right, but this guy here, that's a new one. What we got? What is that? A comic cover, Catwoman. It's got the full thing on it, but it doesn't have the name written in it. So maybe that's makes it different. So, little Catwoman. Look at that one. That's a good looking Catwoman. Oh, look at that one. We get a gold and a silver of it. Look at that guy. Beautiful. $15. All right, we're getting through them. Wonder if you only get maybe one. Wonder if there's like one particular per pack. Or I wonder what the rarity numbers on these. It's a new Joker. Another new one. Well, wasn't she the mother of the new Robin? That's a new Batgirl. Silver. Is a double silver of Bane. Getting lost in some of these cards. So, well, Gold Robin. Yep, that's a new Batman. Missing the name, so I think this one is a cover. And there is the gold of it. And then a silver and a gold of Azrael. It was mentioned to me today that I kind of stopped putting the specials in the sleeves during the videos, and I explained. I said, yeah, I said I'm trying to cut the time on these videos. I try to keep most of them at least under 20 minutes. But if it's truly special, I will make sure I get it in there relatively quick. Silver Batman here last, but it might be a cover. Yep, look, I'm starting to notice. Starting to notice. Gold and the silver. Oh, there's a new one. Is that a Batman 2099 cover? Futures End. So yeah, that's definitely cover silver. The Joker is missing the text too, so I guess maybe that's not a identifier. Look at that Joker. That is classic Joker. I tell you, who I think would be the perfect person to play the Joker. I can't remember his name right now, but if you watch Modern Family, the father from that, he's got that chin line. Just reminds me of the Joker every time I look at him. It's a nice looking card there. Appreciate that. If you haven't and you're watching this, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'd like to try to get this channel up a little bit. Maybe we can start getting some better and better hits with boxes and whatnot. I'd love to get more into the YouTube side of this. Look at that. Man, look at the art on that. I wish I could draw. Strange. It's amazing looking. Batman in the reflection of his glasses. Nightwing Gold. Batman on the Gargoyle or Gargoyle. Oh, I'm gonna have to pause that out a little bit. Yep. That would be my wife's voice feeding the cats. Yeah, that's definitely, both of those are new. Gold. Batgirl. Silver Penguin. Yeah, that would be the feeders going off. I'm a big fan of home automation. Most of the stuff in my home is automated. Voice control, have you with that. Another one of my little hobbies. But the more you do it, the more you like it. But you definitely got to be patient. You got to be willing to troubleshoot, because as far as the technology has come, it's not simple as plug and play as some people will have you believe. There's definitely some work behind it. Look at that. That's a good one too. Jokerfish. That being 3 Jokers. Gold Gargoyle 1. Gold Nightwing. There we go. That would be Damian Wayne, I believe. It's only got the left and the right. 2 golds of it. Alright. Down to 3 packs. So far we got many of these guys. Got an amazing lenticular in the Fortnite one. So I wonder if it is per box, or if some of these, such as the lenticular, since there's only 3 of them, if there is only 1 or a couple per case. Okay, what I haven't seen yet that they promote is that apparently there's a checklist card as well. I have not seen that as of yet. We still got 3 packs to go. Oh, there we go. Is this another special? Let's see. Boom! Look at that. Another Fortnite. That's a new one, so maybe debunks that theory for these at least. Comic cover, 0 points. It was probably harder to see on the video, or at least on my screen, until I get the high def one out. But it's different than the other one. And the other one, gold and 1 silver. 183 and 98. That's a large number difference. So maybe they're just blended in with the rest of the pack. Or there are different kinds of or not lenticulars, but the hollow foil Fortnite ones. That's a new one. What is that? Those are Dark Knights. Oh, Death, I guess. It's a cover. Beautiful red hood. There's a new Batman on a gargoyle. He loves to perch with the silver and the gold. This one's got the blue cape instead of the black. 2 packs to go. Let's see if we pull another good one. Oh, is it another special? See you here in a minute. Yeah, look at that. Boom. All right. Well, there's only 7 of these. We managed to get 3. New one too. Amazing looking, huh? It's also a different color, so I'm guessing each one of the 7 is a different color. Firefly, silver and the gold. Oh, wow, look at that. Look at that scarecrow. I mean, seriously, they just have such beautiful art. Silver. The Batman metal. These actually look like, I wonder if they're part of, you know what I mean? Like where you combine them and that each one of those is on a different side. Oh, I wonder if this is like part of a puzzle and that it forms one big one. That'd be pretty cool, huh? Maybe a 3x9 puzzle, kind of like Garbage Pail Kids or Brainiacs. All right, last pack love. Let's see what we can do. Likes to move a lot. All right, last pack love. Let's see what we can get mojo wise. Last pack, but not last box, right? Lenticulars are pretty cool. Oh, what is this? Good lucky. Oh, it's a dupe. So close. I'm gonna guess these are. These are the art cards by Jim Lee. Bet you they are. Because they all have that Jim Lee signature. tells me there are 7 of those. 7 art cards by Jim Lee. So yeah, these must be the specials, Jim Lee's. Okay. Well, we have managed to go a whole box and not get a checklist. That is interesting. Gold and a silver Nightwing. And a gold and a silver Red Hood. Can't hate on getting the set in there. All right, well, tell me what you think. Said there'll be another video, so please feel free to check that out as soon as that's released. Please like and subscribe, just so we can keep this channel moving. And as always, don't forget to love hitting and ripping on these cards out there, because good luck to all of you. Thank you. See you on the next one.